afternoon and welcome to the second part of Friday's show of Exposure TV. I'm Danielle Homer.
And I'm Joanne Sutton. We have plenty coming your way throughout the next hour, including special guest interviews, news and exclusive entertainment.
That we do. Coming up in the show, we speak to John Wright about the services the library has to offer.
We also have student Carl Rees talking about his recent film projects.
And of course, we'll be taking part in the highly anticipated Presenters Challenge, not one to be missed. As always, we love hearing from all of you sat at home watching, whether it's just thoughts and opinions on the topics we have discussed, or even just general chit-chat. If you don't know already, you can send us your tweets here at Exposure TV. So, Christy, how do our beautiful audience, what have they got to say today?
Thanks, Danielle. Well, they can tweet us here straight to the cloud at TV Exposure, and we'll read out as many as we can, as long as they're clean, of course, you cheeky little rascals. We love hearing from all our viewers and what you have to say, but firstly, I think we should start talking about what today's trends are. Of course, being the end of the week, follow Friday. We've got 529 followers right now, so if you keep hashtag follow Friday at TV Exposure, and hopefully we can get up to 550. Also trending is Boston. They've found one suspect, they're trying to find another one, so people are using social media to try and find him. And also we've got David S. Goya interview coming up, so start tweeting about that. Do keep your tweets coming in at TV Exposure, there is still plenty of time to do so, but just remember, please keep them sensible, otherwise I won't be able to read them out. But for now, back over to you, Danielle and Joe.
Thanks, Christy.
Thank you.
We'll come back to you in a bit. Now then, as we have lots of things to get through in the show today, I think we should just take the bull by the horns and get straight to it. So we are now joined by John Wright. He works in the library at the atrium, and we just want to discuss the wonderful place that the library is. So tell us about it, John. What's your role in the library?
Oh, my role, yeah. Firstly, I love your set, by the way. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's just like being on the One show, you know. It's brilliant. My role is a team leader, and so I try and make sure that everything's kind of operating as it should be, basically on a day-to-day basis, making sure we open, making sure we've got staff, making sure we're offering the services that we advertise, you know. I also obviously buy books and talk to the academics and all that kind of thing as well. Yeah, so it's really an exciting job, you know. I really enjoy it.
Did you start off here as the team leader, or did you start like a lower position, work your way up?
There's a long answer and a short answer to that question. I'll go with the short one.
Middle-sized answer.
Okay,
happy medium.
I came here as a team leader, about 4 or 5 years ago, and I previously worked in Treforest as a sort of librarian as well. That was about 12 years. I'm quite an old person, basically, you know. About 12 years ago that was. So yeah, and in between I worked in lots of other libraries, also equally as exciting.
So just tell us, our viewers, what the library offers.
Well, it offers the things that you would expect to see in a library. So you've got obviously your books and your journals and DVDs, that kind of thing. It's obviously a space as well in which to work and to think of interesting ideas, etc. But more and more, the library exists online, so it's a virtual space as much as a physical one now. So we've got a lot of stuff in terms of e-journals, databases, that kind of thing, newspapers online. So, you know, yeah, it's very much a virtual as well as a physical world, you know.
I know, Danny, you're eyeing up the guitar. Go
Well,
on.
I was looking at the guitar and I was thinking,
Yes.
I remember back in my first year, I heard the song, and I'm sure our viewers would love to have a quick listen to the song.
Are you sure? Are you really
I'm
sure?
definitely sure. I think you were sure as well.
Go on, it's Friday, just got to chillax and listen to the library
Nice
song.
treats for our Friday viewers.
You didn't just use the chillax word, did you? Did you just say
No, I said chill out.
Oh, chill out.
I would
sorry,
never
you
say
never say chill.
chillax.
No.
It's not a real word.
No, it's not, no. So I'm just doing a verse or something.
That was
Or,
Take it away.
2013 version.
which camera am I looking into? Any of them?
One.
Oh, the red one, right, yeah. The atrium has a library. Please come and take a look. We've got CDs and DVDs. We've even got some books. You can use self-service if you don't want to queue. Insert your card into the slot to take out, return and renew. Come down and see the library. We'll see you in the LRC. LRC's just another name for library. We'll see you in the library. Do you want another verse or should I stop?
Go for it.
Go for it.
We got comfy sofas where you can take a rest, and all our books and journals will help you do your best. And if you need a camera, the library has those too. Cameras, lights and booms and mics, the choice is up to you. So come down and see the library. We'll see you in the LRC. LRC is just another name for library. Yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Thanks very much.
That's the
Thanks.
show. We need to start there, don't we? We've got to keep up with that now. Well, I will tell you how we can keep
Do
up.
library song 2 if you want.
Whoa!
Maybe save up for next week.
I think we're going to have him back.
All day. But we do have to move on. Lloyd and Rachel went to do an interview earlier with Beth and Elfyn at the BBC this morning.
Hello, I'm Lloyd.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are here outside the atrium on a beautiful Friday morning. But we're not staying here long, because we are heading to the BBC studios in Llandaff.
Yes, that's right. We're going to be taking a little look at the music day that's happening. And we're also going to be interviewing Beth and Elfyn, who is the organiser of today's event. Let's go then, Lloyd.
Let's.
We're currently outside the BBC Club, where rehearsals are taking place for today's BBC Radio Wales Music Day. We've just come outside after watching the wonderful Caroline Harrison performing, and she was brilliant. And we're now joined by Beth and Elfyn, who's going to tell us a little bit more about today's BBC Radio Wales Music Day. Thank you for joining us, Beth.
That's okay.
So can you tell us a little bit more about today's event?
Yeah, it's started, this is the 4th Radio Wales Music Day, and I didn't get involved right at the beginning, so I think it's kind of gathering momentum. It was a wonderful idea by Adam Moulton, and it's growing every year. And it's an attempt really to what normally gets played and supported in specialist music programmes in the evening on Radio Wales or the weekends, bring that to the daytime. You know, it's unheard of to have a live music session at 10 a.m. But I think we've and also we've got out of the studios a little bit. So today we've got a big concert in Wrexham, William Aston Hall, and in the previous years they've gone to little record shops or cafes and done the radio shows from all over Wales. So it changes every year. You know, these guys are going to get a lot of promotion out of it because there's all the build up to the event, there's the event itself, there's the high profile radio shows supporting them, and then obviously from it, collectively, TV trails and that kind of things.
Okay. So who can we be expecting to see here today?
Well, you've just heard Caroline Harrison. The next band are called Peasants King, and they've already got Radio 1 playlisted through the BBC Introducing system. And what else have we got? Then a girl called Ruth is a pop star, kind of really on her way, based in London at the moment, industry behind her. This afternoon, some of my favourites this afternoon, like Cassie Wynne, is a solo artist from Bangor, and she's just got a wonderful voice. I'm a huge fan of that kind of retro folk sound, and there's a little waver in her voice that just is beautiful. So I think Cassie Wynne is my favourite of the whole day.
Excellent. So where do you see this programme and this event going in the future?
Well, I'd really like to see, I think it's a real positive step from a radio station that focused on sport and news and current affairs. For the music to be infiltrating into those programmes is a wonderful direction. For new music, it's really hard to get the attention, high profile attention in other programmes, and I'd like to see it infiltrate further, across the BBC really, and see them support new music in bigger and better ways. BBC Introducing has been a wonderful across the network, you know, the whole BBC support it, stages at festivals. So there's lots of ideas ticking away, and I think we'd like to see those become more established, really.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today. We know you're very busy.
Thanks for coming down.
Thank you very much. If you'd like to find out more about today's event, then please feel free to access the BBC Radio Wales website, where you can find out more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks to Bethan for speaking with us today. It was great to find out a little bit more about Radio Wales Music Day. Coming up on the rest of the show, we have a performance from the 10 of Us Choir,
Some very extreme sports.
an interview with filmmaker Carl Rees,
A very exciting, like I'm doing this, it's my thing now, presenter challenge.
Our alumni today, Matt Baracou, attended the University of Glamorgan between 2006 and 2009, and he experienced the move from Pontypridd campus to the brand new atrium building. He now works in IT, and we caught up with him at a Swansea City press conference where he was reporting for his blog and for local commercial radio stations Swansea Sound and The Wave.
Two pints, 2 wraps, and two free entry to Goody Hoo, a voucher for a New York sandwich, a box of 12 free cupcakes, 20% off a personalised pet portrait, 10% off a photography session with Abigail Lewis Photography, £10 voucher for Milgies, a set of Lego,
and signed pictures from Derek Brockway as well as Welsh internationals Toby Falatau, Ryan Jones and Jonathan Davis.
Simply answer the following question. Tiger Bay is an area in which city? A. Cardiff, B. Newport, or C. Swansea? Tweet your answers using the hashtag #ExposureCompetition. Answers will be drawn at random on Friday, April 26th via our Twitter. All decisions are final. Prizes will be for collection at an arranged date. You can enter as many times as you like, but of course no one from the Exposure team may enter. Good luck!
Sorry about that, that was the competition you can enter. Now coming up we have the alumni piece on Matt Baracou.
Just left college, went straight from college into university. I got in through clearing. First year spent in Pontypridd, and then in the second year we moved to Cardiff as part of the new atrium building, and took it from there. It was a media production course, which was all the fun side of media, really, to make TV shows, make radio shows, script write, and the such. And it was good fun. It was a really good experience as well. It was the kind of thing where you have to do the course to appreciate what aspects you're good at, because I think a part of it is you want to do something, but maybe when a camera's put on you get really nervous, and so you're better off sitting behind a microphone, or maybe some aspects of it suit you better than others. So I think it was that kind of learning curve for me, learning what my own limitations were, where my confidence levels were, and going from there really, coming out of university then. I think it's so vital to just try and work experience, placements, whatever, try and get in. And I don't want to put a number on it, but a lot of people I've spoken to who work in radio and journalism got in through being in the right place at the right time. And so I think the correct way, you can wait for the dream job to come up. If you're in position at a time making coffees for the main guys, then you've got a fighting chance. I work in IT now. I work outside of media and radio, but I'm fortunate in that being able to do this alongside a bit of freelance stuff. I do stuff for the local radio station The Wave and Swansea Sound. I also am a regular guest on the Swansea City show on a Friday night, Swansea Till I Die. I'm here on a Thursday doing the press conferences. Yeah, it's not a bad gig actually to do alongside the 9 to 5, so it's good, enjoy it. Long term, I'd love someone from Swansea City to come up to me and say, oh Matt, you've been here for a while now, do you want a job? We'll pay you whatever you want. But realistically, I think I'm great where I am. I'm working in a reputable IT company. That's my 9 to 5. my managing work is really easygoing. He's happy for me to do this outside of working hours as well, and so what I'm able to do here down at the Liberty Stadium on a weekend and stuff with the local radio station, it's great. I mean, I'm treating it myself, my personal experience here is I'm treating this as a hobby outside of my 9 to 5. Others will be more fortunate than myself and get into the position where they can do this for a living, for myself, unless some brilliant job falls in my lap which pays fantastically well, then I think from the future I'll just keep doing this as I am at the moment. I had a good experience in university, so it was good fun.
More about Matt, take a look at his blog.
But first, it's that time again to see what's going on in the cloud with Christy. Christy, what have you got for us?
Well, I have got tweets galore for you. I've got Celia Humphreys who said, thanks for favoriting me. Where is my favorite button for Tommy, Laura and Leah? They are so cute. Well, I think we're pretty adorable too. So if you think that, tweet us. We've also got another tweet from Chris Wilsden saying, loving the show, guys. Thank you very much, Chris. Coming up, we've got the presenter challenge. If you like the last one, Chubby Bunny, then give us some ideas. What do you want to see our presenters doing? Also, if you like the library song, because I know I did, tweet us and tell us. Please keep those tweets coming in to us about anything in the programme today. We love to hear your thoughts. Our address again is @TV Exposure, and I shall do my very best to read as many as I can. It's time for a short break now. Go make yourselves a cup of tea, but make sure you stay with us as we still have plenty more to get through. I miss you already.
Jump on board Princess Catherine, the reliable water bus service for a relaxing journey along the River Taff. The boat offers a regular service between Cardiff city centre and Cardiff Bay, giving you the opportunity to indulge in all that Cardiff has to offer. The boat departs every half an hour throughout the day and costs £3 per adult and £2 per child.
Fast Track Records is an independent record label from Cardiff that supports young and up-and-coming local artists seeking to break into the music industry. Fast Track focuses on all aspects of music, including management, promotion and production. Just that little bit more. This knowledgeable record label provides artists with everything they need and boasts a portfolio of performers from around the Welsh capital. This is Fast Track Records.
This isn't a sandwich. This isn't a sandwich. This is a sandwich. The New York Deli, the only place for lunch.
It's like gold dust, you hear me coming through your speakers.
Hello and welcome to Tequila Radio.
Tequila Radio, the year student radio station for Glamorgan. Live from the atrium, into your ears.
Hello and welcome back to the final show of the first week of Exposure TV. We still have lots more for you today, and of course you will have next week to look forward to as well. Don't forget you can tweet us here in the studio @TV Exposure about anything on the show this afternoon.
Yes, please do. Coming up in the rest of the show, we talk to the legendary writer David Esquire.
And a competition for you guys to enter with some wonderful prizes.
But now we are joined in the studio by the effortlessly cool Carl Rees. You studied motion design here at the Atrium, and you're going to talk a bit about that, and your very successful horror film.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Right, so what kind of thing do you specialise in?
Well, I studied visual effects and motion graphics, but then I took more to the green screen and the directing and camera work. So now I direct mini films, and I'm cameraman for other crews as well.
What would you kind of like most about like animation and special effects?
I like the way after studying here, I now know when you watch films, it's just like, I know that's green screen, and it's just, you watch things on TV and it's just like, I've done something similar to that before, and it just spoils all TV and film for you.
I've kind of found that you're really so much critical when watching things. But obviously you don't just like look at things now, you're making stuff as well, and you have a very successful horror short. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll show the trailer?
Yeah, me and the producer, we created a 20-second short to enter into the Fresh Film Festival in Wrexham, and we got shortlisted, and we ended up winning it, and winning £500 prize to make the 20-minute short.
Well, that's congratulations, and I think that we should show that 20-second short now. Do you want to just introduce it to the camera?
This is Hollow, the 20-second short, which we pitched to the panel.
You okay there? Okay?
I'm a little bit scared.
Such a casual Friday, and we're just scared. Sorry. So yeah, obviously that looked great. Are you going to take this further, make it into a full thing?
Yes, production starts next week on the full 25 minute film, and we've now got our actors down. The script is just finished, being finished this weekend. And yeah, it's going to be about 4 to 5 days filming, and then it's going to be out in July on DVD.
Oh, really? So proper full DVD release?
Yeah, we're trying to get distribution as well, and we're renting out some theatres and showing it there.
So this is like the biggest project you've been involved in so far?
It's the biggest one I've done so far, yeah.
But do you want to talk about some of the other projects you've done, even if they may not be as big?
I've done some other shorts. I've been involved with a comedy show on YouTube as well, and also movie reviews. So I've never really done something this big, so it's quite a lot. It's the biggest budget I've handled as well, as about £1,000. So it's the biggest budget, and that's coming from a student, so it's £1,000 a lot.
So you won the competition which got you money, but I'm guessing to get £1,000 you would have had to raise more money. How did you go about that?
We started doing Kickstarters on a site where you try and raise money. It took about 30 days, and we raised about £300 to £400. Then we raised £100 between families, then friends. So altogether, we got about £1,000 to spend on travel, food, actors and actresses, and the locations as well.
So you seem to be getting like bigger and bigger with the stuff you're doing. Where do you see yourself in about, say, 5 years' time?
Well, 5 years' time, I want to be part of a proper crew, even if it's just a camera operator now that I'm doing in the summer. But I want to start being in charge of teams, and either being a supervisor, producer or director of other movies.
Well, that sounds great. Well, I wish you absolutely all the best.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the full version of that. But now from a young upcoming filmmaker to a Hollywood legend, the man who wrote the third highest grossing film of 2012. David S. Goya's CV includes the Blade trilogy, Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises, as well as the upcoming Man of Steel, which had the new trailer on Wednesday. It looked awesome.
Brilliant,
I'm very excited. And if you're a fan of shows like Spartacus or my ultimate thing, Game of Thrones right now, then you should really pay attention to this.
That's right. Da Vinci's Demons is a brand new programme airing tonight on Fox UK. The premiere was last night in Gwyn Hall, and earlier this week our lucky presenter Alex Tilsley managed to grab an interview with the legend that is David S. Goya.
With the UK release of Da Vinci's Demons taking place in Gwyn Hall last night, Exposure TV's Alex Tilsley managed to grab an interview with the show's writer David S. Goya, who has worked on such blockbusters as Batman Begins and the new Superman movie.
Can you give us a little bit of an insight into the plot? Can you sort of summarize?
The plot is, it takes place at a time when Leonardo was 26, 27 years old. It's before he's become the famous artist inventor that we knew of, and it takes place during a time when he hasn't yet started working for the Medici family, who are the most powerful family in Europe, and they're about to go to war with Rome. What a lot of people don't know is that, you know, Leonardo actually, he spent most of his career working as a war engineer, as opposed to a painter. Right. That's how he made his living. And so initially what happens is he he promotes himself as a war engineer, and then he gets involved in this brewing war between Rome and Florence. And suddenly, all of these, he invented the machine gun, the tank, things like that. So over the course of the series, he invents them. It's one thing to invent these things, it's another thing to see them put into action and kill a bunch of people.
Of course. When and where can we see it?
In the UK, Da Vinci's Demons will be on Fox Sky this Friday night.
Okay.
And then it's premiering in 120 countries around the world over the course of the next week or so.
Brilliant.
It's already airing in the States, and it's been doing well.
Fantastic. Can you tell us who's starring in it?
It stars a young, upcoming actor named Tom Riley. I think he was recently in Monroe, a few other things. I think he's got a big future ahead of him. It stars Laura Haddock, who was in The Inbetweeners, Laura Pulver, she played Irene Adler in Sherlock and a few other things. A lot of great sort of younger actors that I think are just on the cusp.
Brilliant.
Although most of the action seems to take place in Florence, it was actually filmed right here in Wales. Locations included Swansea, Neath and Port Albert.
What was it that made you choose Wales? Is there a particular sort of reason that you like Wales?
I like rain.
Okay.
Yeah. We explored shooting it in Hungary, we explored shooting it in Canada, and we thought about the UK because we thought we might have the best pool of actors. One of my producers, Julie Gardner, is from Wales. She's from Neath. Shot a lot of Doctor Who and Torchwood here, and she said, we've got a lot of castles in Wales, and I think the Welsh government will be amenable to us shooting in them. So we had spent a couple of days with a gentleman named Gareth, our locations manager, who's he's Welsh.
Yeah.
And he took me around Wales for a few days and showed me all sorts of things from Neath Abbey to Caerphilly Castle to Margam to just a bunch of places.
Fantastic.
And I just thought, yeah, I think we can do it here.
What prompted you to write that after doing something like The Dark Knight?
I've always liked television. Particularly in America, I'm interested in what we call cable television, where I like telling serialized stories where the story continues from one thing to the next. You do it a lot in the UK as well. And it's one thing that television can do that films can't do, is take a novelistic approach. You can tell a story potentially over 10 or 60 episodes of something if you're doing Game of Thrones or whatever, Downton Abbey. And so there's an appeal to that, being able to tell a story over a big, painted over a large canvas. And
presuming that's why you didn't go with a film then?
Yeah, exactly. Because a film, I'm fortunate in that I've been involved, whether it be the Blade films or Batman films, maybe Superman, where you have that rare instance where you can tell 2 or even 3 stories over the course of a series of films, but that usually doesn't happen. Usually you're in and out in 2 hours. In this case, we've got 8 hours for the first series, and if we're lucky enough, we'll do another 10 more like that.
With a second series already commissioned, watch out for filming in Wales later this year.
Wow, what a fantastic interview that was.
So jealous of Alex.
Oh, he's a very lucky boy.
So lucky.
Now it's time to head over to Christy in the cloud.
Danielle, David S. Goyer, wow, that guy is such a legend, but I think that he looks a little bit like Stanley Tucci. If you agree, tweet us in. Stanley Tucci is an awesome guy too, so there's nothing wrong there. And we've even had a tweet in from Ellie who said, loving this interview on TV Exposure at the moment. Really want to watch this Leonardo da Vinci program. So do I. It's on tonight if you didn't already get that. So watch that, tweet us in on Monday about what you thought about it. We've got another tweet as well. From Carly, who tweeted Chris saying, yes, Will, getting read out, haha. So now, Chris, you are famous, and that's what happens when you tweet us on @TV Exposure, you get famous. So that Twitter address again is @TV Exposure, so do keep tweeting in. We'd love to hear from you. And I think I'm going to come over now and discuss some Spotlight news.
Yeah, Christy, you think you're looking lonely over there in the cloud?
I am.
Come hither,
Thank
Christy.
you.
Yes, now on the show is our Spotlight section, letting you all know about what's happening in and around the university and other student news. So, Christy, take it away.
Shine a spotlight.
Well, there's some very, I don't know how you could describe it. It was news from China where a student, she staged her own funeral She wanted to appreciate life more. So she spent all this money on this really grand funeral. She laid in a coffin, all her friends were there. She had a Hello Kitty doll in front of her, and origami above her, and then she lay there for an hour, and then after the service she got up to join in with the wake celebrations.
So I'm just like catching flies out. She faked her own funeral.
She faked, what?
Did her family know she was faking it, or like, did you not tell them?
I think people knew she was alive, because it would have been pretty shocking if she got up in the end and was like, hey, it's alright, I'm still here.
The question, I know she wanted to experience life, appreciate it more, but how does lying in a coffin make you appreciate life more? I don't quite understand that one.
Well, I don't know, maybe she just wanted people to cry over her for a little bit. Maybe she was just feeling a little bit lonely.
Just post a Facebook status then.
That's quite, I mean,
I wouldn't do
funeral,
that.
they cost quite a bit as well, don't they?
Did she actually pay for it?
Oh, she paid for it, and she paid for people to do her makeup as well, so she looked dead. I think possibly died of natural causes, I'm hoping. So
there was no gory makeup there.
No, it was all nice, That would have been taking her a bit far, wouldn't it?
Like, even if someone paid for you, like, would you do that? Would you pretend to be dead?
No, I don't think I would.
Do you not think though? Do you never think, oh, I wonder if people will turn up? I wonder if they'll be upset.
It's kind of like the It's a Wonderful Life sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess so. But if you want to spend like quite a lot of money and appreciate life, then I just go to Disneyland.
I love Disneyland.
Other theme parks are available. Just seems.
Maybe it's the time for reflection though, lying in that coffin thinking about all the things you didn't get to do.
I suppose if you think it was real, but she's a student, so she must be, at the start of her life. I don't know, it seems like a strange thing to do. Me, in the place that I am being a student, I'm quite enjoying my life and I feel full of life. I don't know, I couldn't think of myself lying in a coffin.
Well, she's like, where did you find out about this?
It was on the Huffington Post.
Oh, very posh, Kristen.
Yeah, well,
You're
kind of lady I am.
A red lady. Well, I guess if she's got in the Huffington Post, then I guess it's kind of money well spent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I do something really cool and I get like 5 likes on Facebook and she's in the Huffington Post. Maybe I should fake my own death a little bit.
Thing is though, once you've done it once, would people turn up again? They'd be like, oh, we went to your first party, but...
now.
Well, that was a brilliant story. Thanks a lot for that, Christy.
Thank you very much for that.
That's all the news we got for you today. Now it's time for a quick break. We'll be back shortly.
Jump on board Princess Catherine, the reliable water bus service for a relaxing journey along the River Taff. The boat offers a regular service between Cardiff city centre and Cardiff Bay, giving you the opportunity to indulge in all that Cardiff has to offer. The boat departs every half an hour throughout the day and costs £3 per adult and £2 per child.
Fast Track Records is an independent record label from Cardiff that supports young and up-and-coming local artists seeking to break into the music industry. Fast Track focuses on all aspects of music, including management, promotion and production.
Just that little bit more.
This knowledgeable record label provides artists with everything they need and boasts a portfolio of performers from around the Welsh capital. This is Fast Track Records.
This isn't a sandwich. This isn't a sandwich. This is a sandwich. The New York Deli, the only place for lunch.
It's like gold dust. You hear me coming through your speakers.
Hello and welcome to Tequila Radio.
to Kilo Radio, the student radio station for Glamorgan. Live from the atrium into your ears.
Welcome back to Exposure TV.
Welcome back.
Now, as many of you may already know, here at Exposure TV, we are supporting the charity 10 of Us. And we were lucky enough to catch up with one of their Sing With Us managers during their last choir practice.
Hi, I'm Rosie Dow. I'm the Sing With Us manager at 10 of Us. We at 10 of Us have got lottery funding to set up 15 Sing With Us choirs across Wales. So these are choirs for cancer patients and their families. We set them up as a way of supporting patients and their families, really, to help them feel better, give them something to do every week that's fun and positive and creative, and it's working really well.
Okay, you ask you to uncross your arms, and I'm going to ask all eyes this way. If you can't see me, create a window of opportunity. So that's in between the shoulders of the person in front of you.
The singing helps them in lots of ways. It's a kind of, it's a distraction from the worries that they're facing, especially related to their illness or things that they've gone through. It's something energetic, it gets their endorphins going, but it also provides them with a support network, and that's a really, really important part of it. It's not just the support that we can give them as 10 of Us, but it's the support that they can give each other as well. Personally, I've been working for 10 of Us for about 18 months. The choirs are actually the reason that I came to work at 10 of Us. I've been involved with music all my life. My mum sings in choirs. I know that it's been a massive support to her when things have happened in her life and in our life. So when I saw this role and this project, I just thought that is exactly where I need to be. It's an amazing way of helping people, and something I've experienced firsthand. So we've got 7 choirs set up, including the choir here in Cardiff, which was our first Sing With Us choir. We've got choirs at the moment in Cardiff, Pontypridd, Cwmbran, Swansea, Bridgend and Abergavenny. We're always looking for new members, and in all our locations, some of the choirs are bigger than others, but we'd never turn anybody away. There's definitely loads of spaces. Is Lean On Me by Bill Withers, and we do a lovely arrangement of that, and you sometimes find people get a bit emotional singing that one in rehearsals, but then when it comes to gigs and performances, it's got a real magic about it, that song, because of what it means to the people in the choir. So we've performed, at the Millennium Stadium. We were part of one of the choirs there. We've done the Millennium Centre. Even one of our choirs performed at the Albert Hall last year. But we also do some smaller gigs as well. We do shop openings and community concerts, school gigs, that kind of stuff. The whole spectrum. And the gigs are really important because they give the rehearsals a focus, so they give people something to aim for. They're not, the main focus of the project, but they're a really good way of getting the word out there as well, and we always find we have more people join the choirs after we perform something. Somebody to lead, somebody to lead.
They all sounded really good. I wish I could have joined in, just giving us some proper sass, and then hi. I love that. It's really nice to find out about things like they do for 10. We've done so much 10 of us of exposure, and I've done a few things, so I've really enjoyed doing it. And it's just nice to know everyone's making a difference and having fun doing it, because some people think charity work's really boring. It's not. Get involved with whatever you can.
Definitely. I hope you've all enjoyed watching Exposure TV this week. Don't forget, we'll be back on your screens again on Monday. And here's what we have coming up for you then.
We will have a 101 interview and live performance from musician and man Dominic Griffin.
We take an insight into a hidden gem at Brynmill Park in Swansea.
Brynmill, I like that. And we will also be taking a look at the Cardiff Vintage Fair that takes place this weekend.
A great week to look forward to then. Now let's check back once again with Christy in the cloud. What's new now, Christy?
Absolutely nothing. Guys, I'm so lonely over here. And apparently we've only got 529 friends. That is not enough. If you have any heart, then you will get us up to 530, okay? We're too lonely. Please keep those tweets coming in for the rest of our show. We love hearing from you, we really do. We've got so many great things. We've had David Esquire, and we've got so many great things coming up next week. So just tell us if you're looking forward to next week. But do get them in quick, as there isn't long left now in today's programme.
2 pints, 2 wraps, and 2 free entry to Goody Who, a voucher for a New York sandwich, a box of 12 free cupcakes, 20% off a personalised pet portrait, 10% off a photography session with Abigail Lewis Photography, £10 voucher for Milgies, a set of Lego.
And signed pictures from Derek Brockway, as well as Welsh internationals Toby Falatau, Ryan Jones and Jonathan Davis.
Simply answer the following question. Tiger Bay is an area in which city? A. Cardiff, B. Newport, or C. Swansea? Tweet your answers using the hashtag #ExposureCompetition. Answers will be drawn at random on Friday, April 26th via our Twitter. All decisions are final. Prizes will be for collection at an arranged date. You can enter as many times as you like, but of course no one from the Exposure team may enter. Good luck!
And now it's time for the Presenters Challenge.
Okay guys, the rules are really simple. I've got this funky hat, you've got these funky balls. Danielle, you are the red balls. Joe, you are the white balls. Okay, so if you could both get to the other end,
All right.
and I'll explain what you have to do.
Okay.
Joe, you take the white balls, you take the red balls, and you have to each throw your balls into my funky hat. Okay, and whoever gets the most balls in my hat wins. No cheating, okay?
Okay.
I will be looking out for cheating.
Okay.
And I'll give you a countdown.
I feel bad because like that was such a heartfelt little plea, but then I'd just throw things at you.
I'm hardcore, Joe. I can stand it. Okay, 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go. Oh, okay. Well, you're already wrong.
Oh, sorry, Christy.
Come on, guys. Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. I've got my head in the
This is
game.
not High School Musical, Christy.
You've definitely got your head in the Yes!
It's not. Stop moving. Yes.
Come on! I'm being attacked, the backlash.
Quickly.
Yes!
Come on, baby. Oh no.
One more, Danielle.
Yes!
I don't even think I have to count this.
No, I don't
I'm
think you
pretty
do.
sure Danielle wins.
I'm swallowing both of you, but I feel so belittled right now.
Oh, look at all the red for there. Oh, what a shame.
Well, I've had a good time, but it's been knackering, guys. I think we need a break. I think you need to get a cup of tea, and we will see you shortly.
I want to. Right. I want to go. We're going to put it on Danielle's head and me and Christy. We're going to do it.
All right.
With only 3 balls
Right,
each. Because
okay.
ain't nobody got time for more than that.
Right, okay.
Danielle, do you
right.
go with Christy was?
Oh, gosh.
Goodness.
It's coming apart. It's coming apart the seam shirt. It's okay, it's okay. Pull it together.
Come on!
Slight TV, guys. These things happen. Right. Oh, it's anticipation.
I'm going to start throwing
It's
them.
meant to be casual Fridays, Danielle.
Casual Fridays. This is my casual way, you see.
Right.
Right, ready?
Ready?
3 balls. Throw them really
Okay.
quickly.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh! The draw!
Draw.
Oh, is it really a draw?
It is.
Oh, do we have to do more?
No, I can't take losing or just not winning anymore. So, Christy, do you want to move it on now?
We'll see you after the break.
The University of Glamorgan offers many fantastic courses. Here at Cromwell House, fashion design gives you the opportunity to develop your skills and create something truly beautiful. Work on industry-informed briefs to enhance your creativity and technical ability, as well as learning how to integrate design, technology and theory to create a finished product. Career opportunities are endless. From high street to high fashion, you will have the potential to influence the latest styles and trends. Fashion designers need passion, creativity and motivation. Think you've got what it takes? Then what are you waiting for? Apply now.
That definitely was quite a challenge, but I won.
I've got 2 left.
And,
I will win.
and continuing on the theme of challenges and games, here's a unique twist on alternative games. Remember when you were a child and you played games like tag and hide and seek? Do you ever wish you could go back to those days and just play? A company called Yellow Brick has set up an alternative gaming festival for adults. Tommy went out to find out more.
People spend hours and hours sitting in front of game consoles, but what if you could experience on-screen games in real life? Last year that very thing happened when PlayArc organised the Alternative Game Festivals here in Cardiff. Enthusiasts from 18 onwards made the city centre their own playground. I've come to have a coffee with Natalie Clements, who works for the company Yellow Brick, who organised the PlayArc event in association with ThinkArt.
I work for a company called Yellow Brick. I'm a media director. I run it with 2 other people. My role in the job is to manage all the media content and stuff in all the cool things that we do. The company itself works on creating experiences, pervasive games, playful interactions for other companies to use with marketing and also for events. In the past we've been involved in creating a festival of games, so it's run by something my colleagues organise called PlayArc. Together we all kind of collaborate on games festival that happens every year. In between that we do other pervasive games. We did a spy one last year where people are running around the streets pretending to be spies. A lot of our stuff is aimed at gaming for adults. A lot of adults have forgotten how to play, 18 plus. We're not as accepting of kind of storytelling and stories as we were when we were children, so a lot of what we do is just about getting people to explore being kind of childish, playful, fun again, and that sometimes sparks a lot of creativity from people, and also just gets people excited.
Coming up this year you're playing Reverie. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? What that involves?
Reverie is a pervasive game that will be played on the streets of Cardiff. It's going to be played in Cardiff Bay. It's pervasive means combining technologies and real life events and theatrical things. So Reverie itself will begin online. There'll be an online story, you'll be able to crack some codes, get access to online content. That will provide the backstory for the game. The premise of the game is that you will show up with your ticket and possibly a team. We'll put you into teams if you're not in them, and then we'll give you a map and you will explore all the places that we kind of provide for you. You'll be fully immersed in a story. I can't tell you what that is yet because it's a bit of a surprise. And you will be guided through a story, but you will have a lot of free will, and there will be people on the streets that you might not want to come in contact with. We'll be showing a preview night on the 25th of May. That will be limited tickets, and then we'll have 6 nights of play for 70 people a night. Those will be from the 27th of May to the 1st of June. You can get tickets through Chapter. They will be £12 concessions, so students and OAPs, and £16 for adults. And you can also check out www.reverythegame.co.uk.
Thanks to Natalie Clements for telling us all about that. It sounds like a lot of fun. I especially like that the Reverie starts online and then it plays live in Cardiff.
Oh yeah, no, totally, me too. Although, you know, games, not my thing. I'm more like, as you saw, I'm just physically fit, you know, footballs, basketballs, whatever. But I'm quite a, fit person, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe. But it takes a certain type of person to be involved in extreme sports.
Oh.
I just got to keep doing that all day. Paul McPherson is a student at Swansea Metropolitan University and a mountain bike enthusiast. So we went along to Swansea to talk about his extreme involvement with the sport.
Paul McPherson, and I'm into mountain biking. Been riding for about 10 years. I used to race a lot of cross country when I was younger and working at a bike shop. They sponsored me to do a junior XC championship. I placed about 20th or something in the county, so that wasn't too bad. And now I'm into a fairly new area of mountain biking called enduro, which is a bit like a rally where you do a time stage and you've got to ride to the next stage in a allotted period of time, and that's pretty new. And this year I'm going to enter 2 rounds of the Gravity Enduro series, and I'm racing a big one called the Mega Avalanche in France. Yeah, I think I like to race against people, maybe prove a point, I don't know. I quite like the trail centres in Scotland to go riding. Glentress and Innerlead and both really good. They're a lot steeper and taller, so you get more reward for the climbs you do, if that makes any sense. I was going along on the motorbike, I was going quite fast, and a bee flew up into my helmet, and I just remember screeching to a halt and ripping my helmet off and throwing it into the ditch and running away, so I'm scared of bees. Bees and wasps. I think the reason I got into it was because I quite like fixing things, and as a kid I only ever really had my bike to play about with and fix, and part of fixing it was going to break it, so I suppose I had to do both.
That guy is, I'm not going to do it again, but that guy is pretty extreme. How extreme would you say like you are? Like, you into any sort of...
Well, I suppose I'd say the extremest thing I've ever done really is cheerleading, and it's not, well, some people don't class it as a sport, but you're holding people in the air, you're throwing them up in the air and catching them. I mean, it can be quite dangerous.
Have you ever been like the top of like the
no.
thing?
No.
no, don't do that.
I'm not fond of heights, me. But no, I do the throwing and the catching. But I mean, I love it to bits, I do.
Yeah.
It's not really considered as a sport, but like I say, it is quite extreme. You're throwing, you're catching people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm terrified.
What kind of, what's the most extreme thing you've done?
I don't know, like, I'll make a confession, live on TV. I could not learn to ride a bike until I was 14. Like, literally, it was as soon as I was younger, and since my dad took the stabilisers off, I fell over, I cried, and for 10 years I just never touched a bike again. I was a scooter boy, extreme scootering. That was me.
It's amazing the choices. I mean, we've covered so many sports on Exposure this week.
We have.
I mean, we had the Gaelic football and the trampolining. I mean, trampolining, I wish I'd heard of that sooner. That looks like so much fun.
Like, I've obviously done trampolining back garden, but not like, I'm going to do again, extreme trampolining. Do you know why I'm doing this? It's because the new X-Men film is filming today, and I'm just like,
oh, I see.
Everything.
But no, I wish I'd known about the club that does the trampolining sooner, because I genuinely think that looks like so much fun.
And it is kind of like cheerleading, but with springs and...
Well, yeah, flips and things like that.
Have you ever been to like the Cardiff International Pool as well? This fun thing.
No, I haven't.
That's a nice place. I used to be such a swimmer, but I wish I kind of kept on with it more. Christy, I think we should go back to you, because you look awful lonely there.
Yes, thank you everyone that tweeted into us at Exposure TV today. We do have just one more for you from Richard. Where do I get one of those basketball hats? Well, you can get them from all good retailers. We do have 2 new followers, Dowie and Ryan, so thank you very much. Unfortunately, if we didn't get time to read yours out, it's not because I don't love you, it's just because we ran out of time, but the Cloud shall return with the rest of the programme on Monday. So you can keep them coming in again then. And that's goodbye from me.
Thank you very much, Chrissy. We're going to go to a quick ad break now, and then we'll have a final interview of the day about student budgeting, so keep tuned.
Jump on board Princess Catherine, the reliable water bus service for a relaxing journey along the River Taff. The boat offers a regular service between Cardiff city centre and Cardiff Bay, giving you the opportunity to indulge in all that Cardiff has to offer. The boat departs every half an hour throughout the day and costs £3 per adult and £2 per child.
Fast Track Records is an independent record label from Cardiff that supports young and up-and-coming local artists seeking to break into the music industry. Fast Track focuses on all aspects of music, including management, promotion and production.
Just that little bit more.
This knowledgeable record label provides artists with everything they need and boasts a portfolio of performers from around the Welsh capital. This is Fast Track Records.
This isn't a sandwich. This isn't a sandwich. This is a sandwich. The New York Deli, the only place for lunch.
It's like gold dust. You hear me coming through your speakers.
Hello and welcome to Tequila Radio.
Tequila Radio, the student radio station for Glamorgan. Live from the atrium into your ears.
Hello, welcome back to the show, and we are so extreme. I'm not trying to make a hashtag, right? We're going to fit one more interview in. So in 2 minutes, we have David here, who's going to tell us how to budget.
Okay, well, as we all know, student loans came in start of this week. Most of us, our first instinct, spend, spend, spend. Possibly one of your worst ideas we could have.
Mine was like, hi, student loan. Buy student loan.
And of course you get tricked by things. I mean, River Island had a convenient 20% off for students just after the loan come in.
I wonder...
We're on.
Suspicious, isn't it? Well, would you like to know how much of my student loan I spent so far this entire week?
Tell me.
Absolutely none. I haven't spent a single thing.
Are you rich?
That's impressive.
Well, no, I have plenty of money, but it's because I never spend any.
Okay,
Yes.
so what are your best tips to save money?
Okay, well, your first thing to do is to work out a budget. Your ultimate law for your surviving university is live within your means.
Mhm.
So first thing I do is at the beginning of your year, if I always start, as soon as my loan comes in, I see exactly how much I have. For me, it was about 6,000. And first thing I do is I take out every big expense I know is coming up.
Mm.
So everything like your accommodation, if you have any monthly bills such as internet, mobile phones, and like that, add it all up into one big year total and take it away.
Okay.
And then after that, whatever you have left, divide it by how many weeks you have at university, and whatever number you have, as long as you don't spend any more on that money, you don't have to worry about anything. Like for me, I get about 6k a year.
Okay.
My accommodation is $235 a month, so add that all together, it's about 2,400 a year. Take that away from that leaves me with 3,600. Divide by 52 weeks, and it leaves me with about 70 quid a week. So as long as I don't spend any more than 70 quid a week,
You're
I'll be
fine.
perfectly fine.
Excellent idea that is. That's brilliant.
I think what you've just admitted to everyone watching on the internet, out in the atrium foyer, is that if you ever see David in the pub, then first round, maybe the second round, with the A-bomb, is on you.
Almost definitely not, because as I said, I have so much money because I never spend any.
Fair enough. Well, thank you very much for coming in. That was a very quick, extreme little interview. We're going to say goodbye now. It's goodbye from me, Joe.
And goodbye from me, Danielle. Have a very nice weekend, everyone.
Have a lovely weekend.